If there's one thing that we absolutely needed in Awaken Chaos Era, it's a unicorn fish princess.
May the whirlpool of fate lead you on a better path. The waves will swallow up the dust. Feel my wrath. In the name of the Ocean Titan, I bless you.
Awaken Chaos Era.
Welcome everybody. If you don't know me, my name is BearCozy. I strive to make not only entertaining, but also educational videos. And as we just saw in the video right before this, we finally got ourselves a unicorn fish princess in Awaken Chaos Era. So this is what I want to talk about. Plus, we have a bunch of patch notes, so let's jump right into it. All right, for starters, first things first, we have 3 brand new legendary heroes. We're going to check them out in the game in a second. We also have 1 new epic hero. So the 3 legendary heroes are, we got Shark Soul Andre, which is kind of cool because Andre is already pretty good. He's not fantastic, but he's also an epic. Shark Soul Andre is now a legendary. We got Halia, which is the new water hero, which we just seen. She is a fish lady that looks like a unicorn. And then Jocasta is the last legendary in this patch update, and she's really, really cool. We're gonna dive right into them. And then we also have 1 new epic hero, and that is Beran, and he is wood. Jumping into the index, looking at the Chrysos faction for the first legendary that was added, and that is going to be Jocasta. Now, Jocasta is actually pretty interesting. She is a legendary, and she definitely has that Egyptian vibe going on, and she is actually sort of a heal over time enhancer, buffer. I don't know what you call her. She's not really a true healer, and she's not really a true damage dealer. She's a little bit of a hybrid. Looking at her trait, she attenuates all negative effects on the teammates by 1 turn at the start of the round, which means she kind of nullifies all the negative effects. Not completely, but she lessens the effects, which is kind of interesting. We'll have to see how that works out. Her basic deals 110% damage to an enemy, plus true damage equal to 8% of the target's max health. And she restores 8% max health to a team member with the lowest health, adds true damage equal to 3% of the target's max health against bosses. Lots of percentages in this one, and for a basic, I feel like it's very, very busy. Her special is Sand Benediction, restores 30% max health to a teammate, and applies immune to the target for 2 turns. She also grants a team-wide defense up for 2 turns, and that is on a 3-turn cooldown. So every 3 turns, you can get defense up and immune, which is absolutely amazing. I feel like she's going to be awesome. And then her ultimate is called Tomb Guardian. Removes 1 negative effect from all team members, applies invincible to the target for 2 turns. Now, I don't know if invincible, that means all team members, because she does remove 1 negative effect from all team members, or if she applies invincible to the target, to 1 target, right? I wonder if it's random. The way that it's worded is it's random. However, it does follow the removal of 1 negative effect from all team members. So I'm assuming she applies invincible to everybody for 2 turns and a heal over time for 3 turns. And invincible is removed upon taking a valid hit. So this is something I'm very curious about. We're going to do some summons in the next video, and then we're going to see if we get her. We'll do some testing with her if we have enough resources. Moving on to the next hero. The next hero is actually going to be in Soul Plunders, and that is going to be Shark Soul Andre. Now, as you can tell, they did update his look very, very much, and he looks cool. He's got a huge shark fin, and that is his axe, but there's also a shark fin on the back because his axe is on the left, and the blue thing bouncing up and down is some kind of a shark fin. Now, Andre looks like a mechanical water hero, so it's kind of interesting. He's got the sharks on the side. He's got the huge piranha head on the side, which looks awesome. That would be amazing if it glowed yellow or something just to stick out. Yellow glow on the shark head, maybe the fin, and then maybe the gloves or something. I feel like that'd be amazing. But Andre is the second hero in this patch. Now, his trait ignores 30% of the target's defense and grants a 50% chance to inflict stun to the target that cannot be resisted if the active ability is a critical strike. So you need critical strikes on him. Lasts for 1 turn, launches a bonus attack to the enemy with the lowest health upon defeating a target. So he takes another turn, which is really cool if he kills somebody, and that's on his trait. His basic deals 100% damage to an enemy that scales with this character's max health, restores 35% of his max health, and he is a health hero, which is very, very interesting. His special is called Scaling Strike. Counterattacks against the next negative effect by removing all negative effects, dealing 100% damage to all enemies that scale based on his max health. So that's kind of interesting. He is a max health hero. However, if you look at his stats, his attack is S tier. So that is probably a delicate balance between having a lot of attack and a bunch of HP. And then he also grants a bonus turn, triggered only one time per round. His ultimate is called Gilded Rage. He deals 150 damage to an enemy that scales with the amount of this character's max health, ignores all of the target's positive effects, and grants max health up for 2 turns. So that's going to be really cool. This guy's ultimate is going to ignore defense up, which is going to be really neat. And I think he looks pretty cool. Last but not least, the Unicorn Fish Legendary, which is going to be found by hitting this right arrow. Now we do have another faction, so you do have to hit the arrow, and it is under Visitors by Sea. So keep that in mind, and that is right at the top. Halia is the Unicorn Fish Princess. If you look at her, I mean, she speaks for herself. So she looks kind of cool. I like what they did with her. She is water, which is awesome. I'm glad they're adding new factions, and that's going to be kind of cool. Lots of variety in this game, and that's what I really enjoy. If we look at her trait is called Water Blessing. Grants a team-wide Ocean Lights for 1 turn at the start of the turn, and the cooldown is 3 rounds. And Ascended, it's 2 rounds. I'm not really sure about that Ascension. I don't know if it's worth it. And it's probably an A5 Ascension because all the new heroes are coming out are A5 Ascensions. I feel like she may not be worth ascending all the way, but that remains to be seen. Ocean Lights, damage dealt scales with the speed difference between the caster and the target. So you want her really, really fast. And lucky for us, her speed is S tier. With no gear, with no glyphs, she's already at 134 speed. So with gear and glyphs, she's going to be really, really fast. Now, if we look at her basic, Bubble Pull is her basic. Deals 100% damage to an enemy and grants speed up to this character and 1 ally with the highest attack for 2 turns. So keep that in mind. That can be used to your advantage by bringing 1 ally with the highest attack to make sure that she always casts it on them. So the special does have 2 options. She grants Ocean Lights to an ally or a bonus turn if this character has the highest speed. So if she has the highest speed, she will grant an ally a bonus turn, and that's something really, really good. Not a lot of heroes do that, so that you can actually change depending on what you want to do. And we can probably do this by changing in and out of speed boots depending on what you're trying to accomplish, so keep that in mind. I feel like her special is going to be very, very helpful, especially in dungeons. And then if we look at her ultimate is Whirlpool. Deals 150 damage to all enemies and applies a team-wide speed up, or she inflicts 1 speed down on non-boss enemies if this character has the highest speed. So this is going to be very, very interesting. If she has the highest speed, she will give one of your heroes with the highest attack a bonus turn, but she will also do speed down. And if she does not have the highest speed, she's going to apply a team-wide speed up, and she will also give an ally Ocean Lights. And Ocean Lights gives them damage dealt scales with the speed difference between the caster and the target. So there are 2 ways to use her, and that is something we're going to have to play around. I'm sure this will take a little bit of time to get used to how she operates, but right now she is going to be very, very good in Clan Boss. That is my assumption. I haven't tried her yet. Unfortunately, she's a water hero, which makes sense, right? She's in the water faction. But unfortunately for me, I have way too many water heroes. And the 4th newest hero in this update is the epic hero. She is an epic wood hero, and she's Beran. I think that's how I'm pronouncing her name. I'm not sure. She's got an awesome looking crossbow. She's got a quiver hanging out, which is kind of cool. And I feel like she's going to be very, very good as a tank buster. If we look at her trait is called Fearbow. Grants crit damage up for 1 turn at the start of the turn. Ability may trigger once per 2 rounds. And of course, crit damage up gives her plus 30% crit damage. And then she also gets plus 30 speed if she is ascended. So that's going to be really good. Right there, that is a good start. And that is on her trait, which is absolutely amazing. If we look at her basic, and I say it's absolutely amazing because she's not a legendary. She's an epic, right? So keeping that in mind, she is an epic. She's very easy to get where she's a lot easier to get than a legendary and going to be a lot easier to ascend than a legendary as well. Her basic is a double shot, deals 100% damage to 2 enemies, and grants attack up to this character for 2 turns. That's kind of cool. Her special is Hunter Watcher. Attacks will launch a bonus special ability strike if 4 or more enemies survive, dealing 80% damage to all enemies that scale with the number of enemies remaining. So the higher the enemies, the more damage she does. Can be triggered once per round, and that's kind of cool. And then if we look at her ultimate is called Scatter Shot, deals 100 damage to all enemies, that scales based on the number of enemies remaining, and ignores 30% of the defense on targets with over 50% remaining health. So that's going to be kind of cool. If the target has over 50% health, she ignores 30% defense, and I feel like she's going to be pretty powerful considering she is an epic, and I'm looking forward to getting her and maybe building her at some point. The other brand new thing in the game is the Abyssal Trial. I am really looking forward to doing a first playthrough with all of you. That is going to be cool. I really like when new content comes out. I really like exploring new content. Some of it I enjoy, some of it I don't. But new content is still very, very good, which means the game developers are very active in the game. As you can see, we are getting lots of new updates consistently. Chosen Faction Challenge. Multi-battle is now available once the stage is cleared, which is going to be awesome. So once you clear the stage first time around, if you want to do a multi-battle, let's say you get through all of your chosen factions all the way to the bottom, to the highest stage, and then you can actually do multi-battles on it. So once you clear it the first time around, then you can just set multi-battles, walk away, and relax. Chosen Faction keys and Ultimate Challenge keys will only be counted as consumed after victory, which is really nice. That essentially means you have unlimited attempts because you no longer lose keys for failed attempts. Sky Duel points required for Platinum and above have been significantly reduced to increase the chance to obtain the skin reward for the season, and that is under Sky Duel. They also modified the red and blue logo on the report page. Blue represents the player side, red represents the enemy side. Makes sense. Team Arena optimized the display of the battle results in and out of the battle, and in No Man's Land added the function of using elemental keys to temporarily unlock each closed elemental stage, and that I really, really like. Jumping back into the game now, continuing to talk about No Man's Land, this is going to be really neat. This is actually kind of cool. This stage right now may not be open. Purchase elemental keys in the shop to open it early, but this function is available. So now it's very good when you get a brand new hero that you really like, you really want to level, but you don't have enough gems to upgrade all their skills. You can now use elemental keys, which can be opened in the shop, or it can be purchased in the shop. You can now use the keys to unlock the bonus stage that you want to run. Or you can just wait till Sunday, but not all of us want to wait till Sunday. Sometimes it's nice to pop it midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday. I need to farm some stuff. Use the keys, open it up, boom, right there. Now you can farm gems for the skills that you need for the hero that you need. The other thing, Abyssal Trial is new. I have not done this yet. We are going to do a first impression. We are going to run this through together. So I am really looking forward to playing Abyssal Trial. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be cool. I always enjoy new content. We're also going to be doing some shark pulls together because the Unicorn Fish Princess is there, Halia, and Shark Soul Andre is there as well. We're going to do that together in the next video. Hopefully we get one or the other. We'll see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to grabbing Halia because I think she's going to help my roster out and my account. I think she's going to be a big asset to my account. And that we're going to do in the next couple of videos. So there it is. We talked about a few different things. We talked about the new heroes that are here. We talked about the new faction as well, Visitors by Sea. And since there is one lonely faction all by itself on the second page, that means they are going to fill out the rest of the page most likely. So there it is. There is the new patch update. There are the new heroes. And I'm really looking forward to some of these heroes. I think they're going to help my account, and they will most likely help your account as well. That is going to do it for me. As always, thank you everybody for watching. Leave me a like and a subscribe down below to help me grow the channel. I would very much appreciate it. Also, leave me a nice comment down below. If it's only for the algorithm, you can always say this comment is for algo. I have some people doing that on my videos, and that's kind of cool. So go ahead and write that down in the description below. Help the algo drive my videos to help me get more subscribers. I thank you for watching. As always, I read all of your comments, and I'll see you in the next video.